What's going on, everybody? My name is Tenebris Infinite, and holy heck, my dudes, we have gotten the absolute biggest bombshell of a live stream today. Not only did we get to see base building and the wave defense, but we also got to see new experimental consumables and the Russian weapons in action. My dudes, do we have a lot to break down from the live stream today? Holy heck. Sadly, though, it was not all just good news today. We got some very sad news about the condition of things for Xbox players. We'll be breaking all of this down throughout the video here, my dudes, and everything is going to be listed with timestamps below if any of these topics interest you the most. So check out the pinned comment for those timestamps. Now, first things first, let's talk about the base building. Not only did we get to see the base building happen in action and then see the wave defense, but we also got to find out where we're going to be building our base. It's going to be the northern portion of the forest region, right beside the hiker's barrack on the mountain there. So, as we've seen in previous trailers, the base is going to be focused around this kind of central point, but it looks really freaking awesome in game, my dudes. It looks so good here, kind of in the flesh, so to speak. I do wonder if the recycling station and the plundra were set down before the stream started, or if those are set locations for them. If they are set locations, hopefully we could break them down and put them into a different position of the base, if we so choose. As we get a good look at the building menu here, things are actually incredibly cheap, my dudes. And we also get a good look at our new resources that we're going to be seeing for base building, the requirement of wood. From the looks of things, we've only seen wood, textile, and adhesive as required resources, but it's safe to bet that you're going to need far more resources than that to build a really elaborate base here in the game. As Pontus is setting things up here, you can see that if you try to interact your buildables with raised terrain that's kind of impeding onto your build area that's not highlighted, you can't build in that area. So those are things that you're going to have to consider when you're building your base. I do kind of like that. In some games you're able to build and clip right through terrain. I like the fact that terrain is hard set here in Generation 0, and you have to actually consider that when you're building. The doors are fantastic too, I gotta say. The doors for your base are automatic and will open up when you get in proximity to them. And I think that that's super cool that the doors are just hands-free. That's gonna be really, really useful for doing the wave defense and running inside and out of your base to gather materials. Now, for defense options, it seems like all we're going to have at launch is the pillbox and the watchtower to place around our base. But I'm really hoping that those turrets will make it into the launch as well, that both Wired and I have pointed out. I think that that would be really freaking awesome. But if not, these are still some pretty solid options for defenses that you could place around your base, and more so, I think that they're good aesthetic options for ways that you can customize your base and personalize things. After getting that incredibly thorough look at base building, I gotta say, my dudes, I'm even more excited now to get my hands on base building and to see what I can come up with here in the game. The way the walls link together looks fantastic. The automation of the doors, the defenses, and the ways you can customize your base, I'm so stoked. But next up after that, we got a fantastic example of the AT-WAD, the new Russian silenced assault rifle that we're going to be getting in the game. Now, upon purchase, it's going to be the same deal as with the weapons, the American weapons pack, where you're going to be getting 3 crown in the first place, and you're going to have to farm the higher crown variants. But the difference is this time it seems like the team has made the drop rates for the weapons incredibly generous, which is excellent to see.
There we go.
Pontus was able to cop himself the 4C extended mag for the AT-WAD, as well as the 5 crown AT-WAD itself in the live stream alone, just from a couple rival hunters. Now let's also talk about the new ammunition that you could see for the AT-WAD here. The 9x39mm ammo. It's pretty sick, I am not gonna lie. And I'm really stoked for what this could potentially mean. As Russian-only ammo, will we maybe only be able to get it at Russian camps? If so, that's gonna make farming this ammo incredibly interesting. I can tell you dudes that I'm going to be stocking up ammo packs to make sure that once I get my hands on these guns, I'm going to have tons of ammunition for them. Because as well, later on in the stream, it was confirmed that the RPG will also have its own unique type of ammo.
A new explosive round for the RLG7, which is the LG7V high explosive round. I think that's different from the one we got today, right? And then there's gonna be the 80 watt ammunition, which is the 9.
Now, next up, let's talk about the really disappointing news here, my dudes, and that is the postponement of the Xbox launch. As of right now, it is undetermined what date the Xbox launch of the Resistance update will be coming. So we're just going to have to kind of bide our times, my dudes. I'm sure a lot of people just like me are having nervous flashbacks to Phoenix Rising and really fearing that we're going to have a repeat scenario. I genuinely, truthfully hope that we do not see that scenario, but here are the words from Pontus, the architect himself.
And we might have to wait longer than the 11th. If you remember the letter that our dear Zach wrote, it was a bit wonky, and it seems like the delay for Xbox is gonna be a bit longer than we'd hoped. It is our core, the top priority for us, but I'm sorry to say that it might be a bit delayed, or it's gonna be a bit delayed, so you will not see the update on the 11th. I also don't have a new date for that. Yep. Sorry, my dear friends, but that's the way it's gonna be. As soon as I know anything else, I'm gonna tell you guys, but for now, that's what I know.
Now, I know this is a serious gut punch, and again, a fumble on the launch of something important for Generation Zero. But my dudes, let's just have hope that the team are going to work things out and get things sorted for us so that we can have a successful launch on Xbox shortly after the launch of PlayStation 4 and PC next week, May the 4th. And the second last spicy thing that we saw today was wave defense. We got to actually see it in action, my dudes, and it looks so sick. Pontus demoed off the easy difficulty, and it did look significantly easy, but I could see for a new player that being actually maybe a bit of a challenge, or at least a good learning experience in how to fight against machines. Now, something that was easily missed in this whole wave defense thing is the fact that it actually costs region score in order to activate and turn on the wave defense. And I think that that is a fantastic way of making it so that that way you can't just spam wave defense after wave defense, and actually having some sort of a cost factor to the wave defense that you're going to take on. As you go through each difficulty, the cost for the wave defense is likely going to increase exponentially. So if you want to farm through hard level wave defense, you're probably going to need to farm up your forest region score quite a bit. So I would advise my dudes to start farming up the forest region right now, so that way you can make sure that you have a lot of region score come the resistance update next week. And if you're an Xbox player, you have even more time to prepare. Now, after going through 3 waves on the easy mode, Pontus was able to complete the wave defense without his resistance command center getting destroyed in the process. And as a reward, he was actually given an experimental consumable. So let's talk about experimental consumables, my dudes, because that is the real sleeper hit that's going to be coming in this update. So first off, let's do a read-through on the little tutorial tip that Pontus got for the experimental consumable. It reads, "You have acquired a schematic to craft a powerful experimental consumable. These specially designed schematics unlock various experimental tier consumables, such as unique ammunition or first aid kits, all of which are available at a crafting station upon acquisition of the schematic. Experimental consumables require a lot of crafting resources, but will offer a generous improvement to your offensive or defensive capabilities in combat." So my dudes, experimental ammo is finally in the game. It's so hype. It's so freaking hype. I'm gonna get all of the friggin' schematics. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be unlocking these schematics primarily through the wave defense function, but we'll have to see when the update actually launches, because we might be finding some of these schematics off of rivals as well. We can assume that the experimental ammo is probably going to contain various elemental things, so like EMP or fire. Maybe even we'll get some corrosive damage to do against the machines. Who knows, my dudes? This is incredibly exciting as a prospect. And then for the defensive experimental items, dudes, it's crazy. So like, that means we're going to be getting better med kits, maybe better adrenaline, better grenades, stuff like that. Dude, and the fact that it's all going to be very expensive too is really awesome, because we haven't seen anything that's super expensive in the game so far, and it'll be really nice to have something to grind for. So, my dudes, the future is absolutely shining for Generation Zero, with the new Russian weapons looking absolutely awesome and introducing new ammo types, with the experimental items and ammunition, with the base building and the wave defense and everything that's coming with it. Holy heck, my dudes, the Resistance update is going to be massive. So let's summarize everything really neatly and quickly here at the end of this video so that we're all just kind of on the same page here. So you're going to be base building up in the northern part of the forest region, right by the hikers barracks, so you might want to check out the area, plan out your building. We're going to need new resources, so you want to clear up some space in your crafting station to make sure that you've got room for those new resources. As well, the Russian weapons are going to be coming to us at a 3 crown level, and we're going to have to farm for the 5 crown level, but it seems like drop rates are greatly improved. The Xbox version is sadly delayed and postponed indefinitely for now, and we will have further information on that throughout coming weeks. The wave defense is absolutely excellent. Easy mode looks really easy, but I'm excited to see what hard mode looks like. It costs region score to activate the wave defense, so you need to farm up a high region score in the forest region to make sure that you have the region score in order to do a whole bunch of waves. As well, there are experimental types of ammo and items coming to the game as rewards for the wave defense. Absolutely bonkers level of an update. My dudes, I hope you're excited for at least one of the many features that we're going to be seeing in the Resistance update come next week. And if you're an Xbox player, my dudes, my heart goes out to you. I'm going to be on your side this entire time and just kind of pushing for a quick release to Xbox and doing what I can from behind the screen here. So thank you so much for watching, my dudes. Again, I hope you're stoked, because I'm freaking stoked. I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.
There we go. I completed it.